Hi, this is Jin. I'm going to show the demo for the final customized feature of EECS498 game engine architecture, and my final feature is about HTML template and web interactive editor. So first, I will show you like the web build version on the custom feature milestone. As we can see, there is like kind of very ugly logo of Inscription and also a huge black console log at the bottom. So I just think like, why shouldn't we have the HTML template to better to provide a better UI interface for the users to use? That's why I've already have this kind of four kind of HTML template. They are the retro shell HTML template, minimal shell HTML template, dark shell HTML template, and the final media interactive shell HTML template. And I also write several bash script to help me better, no matter it's about like setup and build or like switch and build like from all those HTML templates. And first, we will give like the minimal shell a look. We can directly use the switch and build bash script that I create. And we can see that it offers like the four options: the retro, minimal, dark, and also interactive. We will first try the minimal. It will take some time to compile and build. Yeah, it's a usual issue, like it will has a fatal error in passing input, and it's about something pop from like an empty stack, but it will pass like successfully after we try several times. This is also for the minimal shell, as I just like simplify the option 2 inside like one line of the command. And the times that I need to use to compile it like with the different HTML templates doesn't correctly is a certain number, so I need to try several times each time when I want to switch or build several HTML templates. And for now, we can see like the game engine web.html is set up and built complete, and we can use the port 8000 to give it a look. First, we will clear the cache. So this is for the port 8000 and the game engine web. And we can see, compared to the original version of the game engine in my custom feature, the logo disappeared as well also for the console log. So the overall interface is kind of more clean and exact. The users can just like focus on the game. Yeah, so this is the first HTML template, the minimal shell. And then if we want to change it, we can switch as well. Then we will give it a look of the dark shell. This is the third option. Yeah, I need some time to kind of build, and it will have this annoying error several times. But we will make it. Cool. When we see like the make command line assist, we can see like this is the finally set up and build complete. We can also use like the 8000 port to give it a look. We'll also need to empty caches first. Yeah, as we can see, like the overall canvas and the background becomes dark, It's better for users to use like in the night mode. Yeah, and it functions well. And then it comes to the end of the third of the final basic modes, the retro modes of the HTML templates. We can still use our bash script, the switch and build. And then it comes to the retro shell. Yeah, usually we will often give it several tries to finally get compiled correctly and can show. It's the second time like for the retro shell, and I think it works. Still, like for the 8000 port, we will empty the caches first and then refresh it. As we can see, the total logger and the color of the background just completely change. Like it has like the kind of the retro style as well as like the font here. The recessed canvas and like the mouse pointer just becomes different, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and the function mode just doesn't get any affected. Cool. And then it comes to the final HTML template. As I'm designing all those different HTML templates, I just want to have like several basic versions of HTML template, like the minimal shell.html. The basic template is just all about like the HTML and several CSS style, and the actual function is kind of quite small. That's why we don't need to actually need to make too many changes of all those like these three HTML templates. They're all just kind of like change all those CSS styles, which is kind of like very small changes to the HTML template. And like for the final feature, we want to make it like more interactive and more user friendly. That's why we propose like the final interactive HTML template, the interactive shell HTML template. And that has like more functions, and I will explain it in a minute. Like for now, we can see this is like for the shell 4. The interactive shell. And still it needs some time to build. But what I can like show earlier is that it's about like the server and client side of the interactive HTML template, which makes it different from all those basic HTML templates. And so the core of like the interactive shell HTML file is actually this like JSON file, or the JavaScript file, which helps us like to update the map like the user created in the web, and then can just convert like all those Lua data from the web JavaScript data into our local end, and then we can like use the local end, the user created map to create the game that the user wants, and as actually the DIY game like for the user. And it's all about like to connecting all the server client and server and client and the server.javascript file just like shows as like the server and the interactive shell.html is actually the client side. And it actually have like the kind of like similar CSS like for minimal shell. And we can see it's like not built well. Now we need to use the node to activate the server.js file. And it's on the portal 3000. We can first empty the caches for it and then refresh it. It still shows like the same interactive game map editor, and it's the same like with our default map, the 20x20 boxes, and all those different colors just like shows there are different boxes. And when we press like all those box once, it like shows as the static box, and we can just play with it, like create several all those static boxes. And when we press it twice, it just shows like this is a player box. And when we create it like 3 times, it shows that this is a bouncy box. And also, of course, like we all have like all those victory boxes. And it's all about like the presses 4 times. And when we press 5th times, it will become like the empty boxes again. We can give it a look. And after like the user creates their own game map, they can press the same map. And as we'll show like the map update successfully, we can give it a look on the GameManage.lua, which is where like we store our map data. We can see that this is kind of true. Like this is now what our game map, like the user map, looks like. And we can also play with it. We can just like use the minimal shell to show the new user map's game looks like. It will take some time, but the basic like purpose of the server.js is just to collect all those data and then convert it into the local end. We will try it again. And the reason like I only like designed the update map, but not as like the recompile the whole game, is just because like the compiling command, at least on my end, like for the inscription to compile all the C++ code to the Watson, is kind of like broken. It will like takes several times to give it a try. So I've already like proposed the issue like on the GitHub for the inscription. Hope I can get some feedback. Once I get it solved, I think I can also add a button to just like to recompile the whole game and show user directly like what is like the current game map looks like. Yeah, we can see like for now, the current game is using like the game map like updates by the users, and we can also give it a look. And now we will use like the 8000 port. Like for now, like this is still like the default map for our own homework age, and we can empty all those caches and refresh it. Boom. And as we can see, this is like the kind of like the user designed map, and it's all about the web interactive editor. The bouncing, yeah, it's finished. And it's just like the game. It's kind of like the game design themselves, like by designing the maps, so it's kind of cool. As for the future feature, I think like first I will try to solve the issue as I proposed like to the GitHub to help me solve the compiling issue of the inscription, so that I can add a button just directly here to rerun the game, so that the user can directly see like this page. And the second thing I'm looking forward to realize and finish it is just to construct my own server, so that I can hold this editor and this game on the online, like for more people to use and play with it. Like for now, I still a local host, but I think like the logic has already been realized. I just like need to construct my own server and upload it online. Yes, this is my final feature for the game engine architecture, and I appreciate all those professors and TAI JSI's effort, and I really enjoy this course. And this is my final product, but I still want to say thank you for all of you.